Prince William believes the way the interview was obtained had a profound impact on what his mother said and played a significant role in damaging his parents' marriage. He stands alone, gazing at a small, unremarkable chest in the corner of the room, its golden hinges dulled with age. It is Princess Diana's jewelry box, long forgotten, gathering dust, and filled with items that hold more than monetary value. Within it lie pieces of history, untold stories, and painful memories. To William, it is not just a collection of gems, but a time capsule of an extraordinary troubled life that ended far too soon. His fingers trace the delicate edges, but he hesitates. He had always avoided opening it, afraid of what emotions and memories might resurface. Now, however, something compels him to face it. Taking a deep breath, he unlatches the lock and slowly lifts the lid, expecting to see the world-famous treasures. Her sapphire engagement ring, the iconic tiara that became a symbol of her role as the people's princess. What he finds instead is something entirely unexpected, something that brings him to tears and changes everything he thought he knew about his family. Inside are secrets Diana left behind, truths that had been hidden for decades. The discovery shakes William to his core, revealing a painful reality about his mother's life and the monarchy's part in her suffering. It forces him to confront a defining choice: stay silent to protect the institution or speak out and risk everything by exposing the truth. This moment becomes a turning point, pushing William to reconsider his role in the royal family and what kind of king he truly wants to be. William wonders if he should remain the dutiful son, protecting the royal family's image, or speak out and reveal the painful truths about his mother's life and the monarchy's hidden secrets. His thoughts are in conflict. He has always tried to honor the monarchy and preserve its legacy, but what he has just uncovered about Diana makes silence feel impossible. How can he uphold the family's image knowing the institution he represents may have contributed to her suffering? The decision before him feels stark: silence or defiance. Kate, steadfast as ever, stays by his side, fully aware of the burden he now carries. She knows this is a choice no one should have to make, yet she understands that ignoring the truth would only deepen the wound. William realizes that taking a stand could cost him dearly. His bond with Charles could be permanently damaged and the royal family might fracture further. Yet deep down he feels that honoring his mother's legacy is the only way forward. If he fails to act, he knows he will never come to terms with the man his father has become. But before we continue, we'd love for you to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this video. If you just did, we truly appreciate it. Now, let's get back to the main content. The weight of the discovery leaves him with no illusions. This choice will shape the monarchy's future. But it is the only path that allows him to defend the woman who gave him both life and courage. The room is quiet, heavy with meaning. William stands before the chest, his hands hovering just above the latch. For years it has remained untouched, a silent witness to a life cut short. Now, in the dim light of the study, the emptiness left by his mother feels overwhelming. His fingers tremble as they graze the box, as though Diana herself is urging him on. He pauses, fully aware of what opening it could mean. The box holds far more than jewels. It holds memories, secrets, and perhaps long-awaited answers. For most of his life, William has lived in the shadow of his mother's loss, searching for a deeper understanding of the woman taken from him too soon. The small chest holds more power than William ever imagined. It could completely reshape how he views both his mother and his family. With a deep breath, he releases the latch. The sharp click echoes through the still room. As the lid lifts, a wave of emotion floods him. His heart pounds as he takes in the carefully arranged contents inside. Jewels, letters, and keepsakes, all placed with intention. These were Diana's most cherished possessions, ones she never meant for anyone to see, and now they lay open before him. For a moment, William cannot move. He stares at the items, some familiar, like the sapphire engagement ring and the tiara that symbolized her global presence, and others he has never seen before. But one thing captures his attention above all: a locket holding a faded photograph of Diana with Harry, taken during a quiet family moment. Though worn with time, the love in her eyes is unmistakable. Here was the real Diana, not just a princess, but a devoted mother who loved without limits. As he continues to sift through the treasures, William uncovers a delicate envelope sealed long ago. His hands shake as he lifts it, sensing that its contents may change everything. Inside is a letter in Diana's unmistakable handwriting, written to someone he doesn't know. Her words are raw and sincere, revealing the pain she had endured in silence. Reading it, William feels her heartbreak and her strength in equal measure. The letter lays bare struggles she had fought privately, battles no one outside the family ever saw. Tears well in his eyes as he takes in her anguish, her determination, and her unwavering love. What once seemed like a box of royal finery now feels like a window into Diana's soul. For the first time, William truly understands her hardships, her choices, and the depth of her love for her children. The discovery leaves him breathless. This isn't just a collection of relics. It is the essence of his mother's life and pain. Surrounded by her memories and secrets, William realizes he has uncovered far more than treasures. He has found the truth of who she was. And as he sits in the quiet room, the weight of what he has learned begins to ripple through Kensington Palace like a silent storm. What William has uncovered is far more than relics from his mother's past. Each item tells a story that could shatter the carefully maintained image of the royal family. The revelations force him to face a painful truth about the institution he has long felt duty-bound to protect. As he explores the contents further, a deep sense of betrayal settles over him. The reality becomes impossible to ignore. Diana's struggles were far more complex than the world was led to believe. Behind the palace walls there were power plays, hidden conflicts, and devastating truths that had been buried for decades. William can no longer deny the roles his father, Charles, and Camilla played in those events. Tension between father and son, already present for years, now threatens to erupt. His love for his mother and his determination to honor her memory weigh on him heavily. How can he reconcile that devotion with a family that so deeply hurt her? How can he stay silent when the truth could reshape the monarchy's future? Camilla becomes an unavoidable figure in his thoughts. The discovery forces William to confront his long-held assumptions about her place in the family. The depth of Diana's suffering is now clearer than ever, and the emotional burden of that realization is crushing. William's view of the monarchy begins to fracture. The family he once saw as united now appears riddled with secrets, lies, and divisions. Kate remains at his side, fully aware of the significance of what he has found. She, too, feels the heavy weight of what this means for their future. As tensions build, it becomes clear that William's relationship with both his father and Camilla will be forever changed. These revelations mark the beginning of a profound internal conflict between loyalty to the crown and a duty to defend his mother's truth. The world's perception of the royal family will never be the same once these secrets come to light. What was once hidden has now been exposed, and William understands that this knowledge could determine the monarchy's fate. The contents of Diana's jewelry box are not just sentimental reminders. They are a spark that ignites a reckoning, forcing William to decide how far he is willing to go to protect her legacy. As William goes through each item, he begins to understand the deeper meaning of his mother's life. Diana, even within the confines of royalty, was a fighter, someone determined to tell her own story in a world that tried to silence her. She was never just a passive victim of circumstance. She was a woman who fought for her dignity, her voice, and a better future for her children. The message hidden in the jewelry box becomes clear. Diana wanted her sons to remember her as she truly was, unfiltered, strong, and deeply human. William now sees the contradictions within his family, the tangled legacy of his father and Camilla, and the stark difference between the image they projected to the public and the truth of Diana's struggles. Diana's legacy was not only about her humanitarian work or her marriage to Charles, it was about her fight for independence within a rigid system that sought to control her. What shocks William most is how vastly different the reality of his mother's life was compared to the story the monarchy wanted the world to believe. The royal family had painted her as a heartbroken princess betrayed by her husband, but the truth was far more complex. Diana's life was marked by courage, resilience, and a fierce determination to shield her children from the pain she endured. William realizes that her legacy is not just something to admire from afar, it is something he must actively protect. This moment changes everything. He understands that Diana's fight did not end with her passing. The truth about her life and the role of the monarchy in her suffering still needs to be acknowledged. William now feels a profound responsibility to honor her memory and to ensure the world knows the woman she truly was, a woman who refused to be used by the institution around her. Defending her legacy becomes his mission, no matter the personal or political cost. It is now clear to him that he must continue the battle Diana began, bringing to light the secrets that have been buried for decades. The pressure within Kensington Palace intensifies. William finds himself at a turning point that will define his future. The discovery of his mother's hidden truths forces him to question everything he has known about his family and his role as heir to the throne. He can either remain silent and protect the monarchy's carefully constructed image, or speak out and expose the truth that could shake the institution to its core. For the first time, William realizes the cost of both choices, and knows the time for silence has come to an end. Silence or defiance, William knows there is no middle ground. Kate remains by his side, offering quiet strength as he grapples with a choice no one should ever have to make. She knows that turning away from the truth is no longer possible. Beneath the grandeur of royalty lies deep fragility, and William must decide whether to challenge the institution or continue a path that denies his mother's truth. The weight of the decision is immense. Taking a stand could cost him everything. His bond with Charles might be permanently broken, and the family could fracture even further. Yet in his heart, William knows that honoring Diana's legacy is the only path he can take. If he fails to act, he will never reconcile the man he is with the father he has tried to accept. As the truth settles over him, William understands that the monarchy's future hangs in the balance. His decision will shape the royal family forever. But it is the only way he can honor the woman who gave him life and the courage to do what is right. The revelation transforms everything. The private battles Diana endured, once buried in secrecy, have finally come to light. The image the monarchy spent decades protecting begins to crumble. William, armed with painful truths, now stands in a world forever changed. His relationship with Charles and Camilla is shattered beyond repair. Charles, still clinging to his role as king, can no longer ignore the impact of his past actions, choices William believes deeply contributed to Diana's suffering. Years of suppressed tension between father and son erupt, leaving a rift that cannot be healed. Camilla faces her own reckoning. Long whispered rumors of her role in Diana's unhappiness are now undeniable, thrust into the harsh light of public scrutiny. Once muted criticism of her relationship with Charles intensifies, and her place within the royal family grows more divisive than ever. William's loyalty to his mother is absolute. He refuses to remain the compliant heir standing beside the woman who had been his father's mistress. The time for quiet submission is over. His mother's truth must finally be heard. Kate remains a constant source of strength as William takes this bold step. With her unwavering support, he is ready to reshape the monarchy, even if it means breaking away from long-standing tradition. What lies ahead will shape the royal family's future far more than its past. Sitting alone in the study with the jewelry box before him, William knows this moment will change both his life and the kingdom forever. The truth about Diana's life can no longer be buried. What he found inside has destroyed the carefully maintained image of the royal family, and there is no going back. It was never just about the jewels or the letters. It was about Diana's legacy, about the woman who fought to protect her children, who refused to be silenced, and whose voice had been suppressed for far too long. For William, the discovery is more than a personal awakening. It is a call to action. He now understands that his duty extends beyond the crown to honoring the memory of the woman who gave him life and love. Diana was more than a royal figure. She was a mother, a fighter, and a woman who deserved to be remembered in her entirety. As William prepares to face Charles and Camilla, he knows the royal family will never be the same. The truth that was hidden for decades has finally come to light, and there is no way to undo it. This is no longer just a family matter. It is a fight to preserve Diana's dignity and ensure a future for the monarchy built on truth, not illusion. The revelations will forever change how the public sees the royal family, and William feels the weight of the responsibility he now carries. With Kate beside him, he steps into a new chapter of his life, one where secrecy no longer rules. The truth about Diana is finally out. The road ahead will be challenging, but for the first time, William feels free. Free to honor his mother, speak the truth, and imagine a future not bound by the mistakes of the past. The monarchy's destiny will never be the same, shaped now by Diana's enduring legacy and William's determination to tell her story. What do you think about William's decision to reveal the truth about Diana and the royal family's hidden past? Will these revelations change the monarchy forever, or will the family find a way to recover? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more royal updates.